What's up guys, it's Kamahley here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I improved at Fortnite and how it could help you as well. And if you're new here, don't forget to drop a like or drop a sub. Also, to support me, use creator code Kamahley in Item Shop. And without further ado, let's get into the video. What's up guys, and as you know, in the past I made videos showing you guys how you can improve at Fortnite. And recently, when I've been playing Fortnite, I noticed that my skill level is really increased, especially since I've been playing it. And I'm talking about on every aspect when it comes to aim, game sense, and especially my mechanics. That's why I want to show you guys what I did, and seeing if the same thing can help you guys. So first up, I want to talk about what I was doing so wrong that was really halting my improvement. And the answer to that was definitely creative mode. Now you're probably like, what? How did you get worse playing creative mode? So what I was doing is I was playing creative so much that I would forget about playing actual pubs or arenas. And I don't know why, but I noticed that I used to just mindlessly build. I used to build with no intent. I used to listen to music and just crank the whole entire time. I don't know why in my head that I thought I would improve from doing that, or even if I was thinking about being an improved player from doing that. I also knew that in creative mode, when you're practicing, you should be playing zone wars and matchmakings and box fight and stuff like that, but I never did it at the time. The reason being, I never wanted to go into Discord and find people to box fight or zone wars. I was just way too lazy. Until Fortnite added the matchmaking. That was one of the best things that ever happened to me on Fortnite. I literally used to go on creative all the time, but then instead of me just going into my map, I would load up a zone wars match. And I might not have any clips because I deleted all my clips of the old season, but I used to play zone wars so much. I used to hop on it almost every single day I got home, and every single day I hopped on Fortnite. It would really start to increase my piece control, which I noticed that was getting better at the time, and also my mechanics. It's still not close to how good my mechanic is now, but it really was improvement, especially at the time. So what I took from this was that when I was playing zone wars and playing actual people over and over all the time, I started getting way better. And I used to refuse to play public matches, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start to play pubs. I know I could have gotten arenas, but at the time I was in Champions Division and I really didn't want to play in it. So I started playing a lot of pubs and I was doing pretty good in it. And I started noticing a lot of my errors, which then I would go back into creative to fix on, especially my mechanics. No matter how good you think your mechanics are, they really can always get better. So now at this point I had a routine. Every time I get on Fortnite, I wouldn't just mindlessly build anymore. I would get into creative, I would do some moves, practice in creative, free build, and then I would go into zone wars. I would play zone wars for a while, or maybe the box fighting maps, and then for the rest of the day I would hop in some pubs either with my friends or just a little bit of arenas. And I kept doing this every single day until I started noticing like a really big improvement. But now it was really up to my mentality to keep on improving in Fortnite, which I think is where a lot of people get stuck. Now I feel like this won't apply to a lot of people, but what I did was I took a break from Fortnite. But I was still watching a lot of Fortnite videos. I was watching Twitch streams, live streams. I was watching like Mitro get 30 bombs and Mongrel get 30 bombs. And I would just watch players even build in creative. And I came back to Fortnite and I felt better than ever. It just felt like I was so refreshed. My mechanics felt fresh. Everything just felt so nice at the time. After watching those mechanically skilled players, I started grinding my triple edits in creative. At first I could only do like 2 up, and now I can do like 6 or 7, or probably even more if I really tried. And the reason why I mention this is because this move used to seem extremely hard to me, but now it's just really easy. So at the time, my confidence was getting so much better because I was getting better at the game, and usually when you start getting better, your confidence and your mentality starts to get better. I was watching over my old gameplay and I was like, dang, I have the 0 ping, but I never really use it to my advantage. I used to take people's wall, and just because I was a little bit nervous, I would always mess up my Mongrel classics or just put a pyramid and mess up. So I started practicing it so much in creative until it was literally in my muscle memory. And when I say so much, I literally practiced it until it was down packed in my brain. So even when I went into a match, even if I got nervous, I would just do it just because it's muscle memory, not even about how nervous I was at the time. I noticed that when people get nervous, their aim normally gets shaky, but when I get nervous, my aim didn't really get shaky. It was just that I used to misclick my keybinds a lot. And I noticed that I was in creative so much now that even when I was nervous, that wouldn't even happen. Now this is where I got a big improvement in my mentality, to where even when I play any matches, I really don't get nervous as I used to because my confidence really just built up. And if you guys remember, it's the video where I got Champion Division in 1 day. Now I know this wasn't completely hard because we're getting to the end of the season anyway, but the fact that I did it in about 7 to 8 hours when I thought it would take me way longer really boosted my confidence. And also that session, I have never played Fortnite for that long ever. I've played Fortnite for 8 hours before or more, but I've never played it in a session like that. to where I was in and out of a match the whole 7 and 8 hours. Usually if I play, I'm playing with friends for the 7 8 hours, or I'm just playing creative and not thinking that much or using that much brain power. What I got from playing this long session of Fortnite where I was going tryhard like almost the whole time was that I was so warmed up to where even though I would face really good players, I had so many encounters before because I was playing for so long that I would beat them really easily without even noticing. So now, because that was the end of the season, I was coming to chapter 2 season 3 with a really good mentality. I had a mentality that I was good enough to kill a lot of good players and that I could just win most of my fights. So even when I lose points in arenas, I never really worry about it because in my head I was just like, yeah, I know I can come back and get it again. I feel like that's a big role into getting better at Fortnite, is definitely your mentality. If your mentality goes down the drain or you're just playing brainlessly, it's going to be so hard. Now, how I noticed that my mechanics and everything was getting so much better this season is when I was watching all my gameplay now, I noticed that I was pulling out so many more manga classics. I was taking people's wall and actually using my ping effectively. And when I'm in creative, I noticed that my builds were actually getting way more creative in terms of combos, even without me actually practicing them. My brain would just start to combo stuff and a lot of stuff that was already in my muscle memory. And I also noticed how fast I started to adapt to metas. First couple of days the season came out, I hated a charged shotgun so much and I really didn't use it. A couple days later, I really almost mastered a charged shotgun because I noticed that it did so much more damage than attack and it really was going to be the meta in the Fortnite. So all in all guys, put the time into creative, but only practice what you need to practice. Don't go brainlessly building. Right now the zone wars in Fortnite is pretty bad, but try to practice the zone wars, especially if they add a better one, and the box fighting maps. And also, definitely don't forget to hop into arenas and pubs. Don't think about your point in arenas, don't think about anything in pubs, just think about improving yourself at Fortnite. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of arena points if you're not improving at all. It's not going to help if you camp in a bush to get to 6,000 points, but you still don't know what you're doing. It's going to be completely pointless, and you're just going to get a bad mentality. Also, watch a lot of W keying gameplay or just a lot of gameplay in general, and you'll notice that your brain would just effectively start soaking up a lot of things you start watching, and then you'll start noticing more of what you're doing wrong compared to other players. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if this helped or you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like and drop a sub. Also, to support me, you use creator code Kamahley at Admin Shop. It's Kamahley, and I'm out.